because body heat is a motherfucker. Okay, look, when you're cold, look, I ain't got to like you, especially after we get done with this shit. But right now, you're my best fucking friend. I'm going to love the fuck out of you every day.
Yeah, we're just gonna start this shit live.
The only time I caught the Holy Ghost was when I was in church drinking.
Like they're two dumb dudes. Welcome to the latest episode of Sarath and Chris's Movie Therapy Podcast. All right, so welcome to the latest episode of Sarath and Chris's Movie Therapy Podcast. And if you're watching this in video, you're gonna notice that Chris Brown isn't on the screen, and that's a specific reason why. And it's not too special. It's par for the course for Mr. Chris Brown, but Chris Breezy doesn't have a movie picked yet. So, I figured I'd roll because this is how we do. This is how we go at it. Oh, wait. I got Fresh Prince playing in the background. Let me turn this off. Hold on. Anyways, yeah, I feel like it's been forever since I recorded because I was on a road trip with the pup. You know what I mean? Just making our way up from Florida to Massachusetts to see the family, take the parents out for their 45th anniversary, and then just hanging out, doing family things, not thinking about wrestling, not thinking about tights, watching movies, but, not movies that I was going to be, using for the podcast, but trying to keep an eye out on things to maybe reflect on, talk about, taking in all these experiences, I'm telling you, if you ever get a chance, go on a road trip. Just don't, maybe not even, you can plan out where you're going or places to stop, but try to let it flow. All I did was I booked different Airbnbs going up to Massachusetts, different Airbnbs coming down. We decided not to drive more than 5 hours a day. I say we, like Ryu had a hand in picking the time, but my goal was I wanted to get to wherever our destination was in order to look, we got Chris Breezy back. Mr. Late to the party. Mr.
Do I even want to know?
Mr. Brown come lately. I had to let the audience know, exactly how things go here. And that is Mr. Chris Breezy isn't always prepared.
And neither you. Shut the fuck up. It goes both ways.
Hey, once. And you ain't gonna put that title on me just yet. Shit. I'm not saying it ain't gonna happen. I'm gonna be perfectly honest. I spent about a half hour looking up a movie, then I realized it was your turn to look at the movie.
Really? Oh man,
my phone was dying. I was like, shit, I gotta plug this thing in and I gotta look up a movie. And then next thing I was like, oh no, it's Chris's turn. I picked the last movie, so let me let my phone die and let Chris worry about it. Oh, anyways, speaking of the movie, all right. Last week's movie was a doozy. Hey, okay, are you good? You adjusted?
I'm good. You can hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you okay.
I don't know why you sound low. Okay. You sound lower than normal, but I do got a fan on in the background, so who knows?
I don't know. I know I dialed down my my knob a little bit on my volume because sometimes when I would listen to it in the car and stuff like that, I don't know, I think mine was a little deeper or a little louder than I wanted it to be, so I just took it down just a notch.
Actually, no, I'm good. All I did was turn the volume on the mic so I could hear you. So I'm not touching any levels.
Did the storm turn the volume down too?
Shit, storm did a whole bunch of shit. Everything went out. Juice is going ape shit crazy.
That's true. It's crazy to me how affected by loud noises and like bad like weather that dogs are.
Yeah.
Like whenever fireworks go off, Ryan just peeks up. He just looks up in the corner. He just casually like jumps off the couch, runs into the bedroom, and goes and hide behind the bed. Like not even running like, oh shit, this is every shit going down. Like just casually, like, all right, this is my spot, and I'm going here until this noise stops.
Look, I got to tell you what was told to me, and I think it's the most dumbest shit in the world. But at the same time, it makes you go, I might have told you this, I don't know. But this person I know was saying that when the storms come and lightning's going crazy and your dog's going crazy, she says she thinks they subliminally remember when the flood took place and that they had nowhere to go. and they all couldn't fit on the ark. So somewhere deep in their memory of their ancestors, they remembered that storms lead to bad things and they die.
Dude, that's hilarious. That is hilarious. I forget. There was a comedian that was talking about the ark, and they said, like 2 of every animal got on there, and they were on the boat for 40 days and 40 nights. But like, what did they eat? Animals eat other animals. It's just like Squid Games.
Yeah, really. Now, actually, it's a good question. Like, what did they eat? Because I know the lions were looking at them sheep like, yo, that's some nice lamb chops right there.
I know. Like, nah, we only taking vegetarians on this.
And I'm pretty sure Noah wasn't sitting there using the Jedi mind trick. Like, you would not eat meat. You know what I'm saying?
Fucking Noah probably looked just like Obi-Wan. Same outfit and everything.
I know, right? Oh man.
All right. So speaking of wilderness and animals, so that actually ties into this movie.
It actually does. Go figure.
Yeah. So the movie we watched this week is one I found on Netflix, and I was excited about it just because I'd seen it on there, and like the cover had Jeremy Renner standing there. It just had like, the background. It was wilderness, some snow. Jeremy Renner is kind of like in like a wilderness, like a Davy Crockett looking outfit. And the movie's called Wind River. And just based off that, I was like, all right, what's putting this man in that scenario? Because Jeremy Renner is known for playing like, I don't want to say badasses, but like, people who are capable.
Yeah. Because he was in his younger days, he was in SWAT and one of the Bourne Identity movies.
It was Bourne Bourne Identity, Bourne Supremacy, Bourne Ultimatum, and the Bourne Legacy.
Okay, yeah.
The one with fucking Edward Norton. He was also in Hansel and Gretel.
He was. And he was also Hawkeye, as everybody knows.
Yeah.
But actually, you know that.
Actually, you ever seen Lords of Dogtown?
No, the skateboarding movie, right?
Yeah, he played like just a little small part in there. I think he played one of the guys that like made skateboards when the boom was going on.
Okay. Oh, matter of fact, he was in National Lampoon's Senior Trip too. I actually caught it on TV the other day.
Was it good? I like National Lampoon movies.
Well, they're comedy, but I wasn't really watching. I just turned the TV on, was doing some other stuff, and just happened to look up. And I didn't know he was in this movie, because in that movie it's like what, 88 maybe? Who knows?
I thought you were about to say 80 years old.
Oh man,
that sounds right. All right. Before we get into this movie, what's on tap for your drink?
So this week, what I'm gonna do is try something a little different.
Oh, hold on. See, Chris doesn't do different. When I say that, I mean when he finds something that he likes, he sticks to it. Be it alcohol, be it food, women, all that stuff. He's down the board. And don't diverge. He's on the first column in the menu. That's it.
I'll diverge, but I like what I like.
Yeah, Chris will have a taste, but he likes what he likes.
Indeed.
And he'll switch the sauces, for lack of a better phrase.
Yeah, that's actually the best way to put it. I will switch the sauces, but they always return back to one.
Yep. All right. So what you got then? Okay,
so this week, as you know, we're going through our whole diet detox thing or whatever for basically the month of May.
So before we go into the drink, explain this diet detox that we are going through, because this is your doing.
It is my doing, so I'm not gonna say everything, but everybody, I will say this: every so often, I do like to clean my body out. Right now, it's more of a purpose. So, in doing that, me and Sarath talked, and it's really 4 days out the week. One of your meals has to be a salad of whatever you choose. Very, very low to no drinking. So last night, that could have started May 1st. I had a glass of wine and a shot, a Jack Daniel's, one shot. That was good. Just working out, a whole lot of trying to eat healthy, sleep better, and no illegal substances.
Extracurricular activity.
Yeah, all that either. So right now, like all jokes aside, it's really more about just like trying to let my body clean itself out. As Sarath here has joined, and this is our one day to drink.
For me is like I don't eat nearly enough vegetables. I just don't. It's just I don't know. It's the last thing I grab. So I mean, I get my greens powder, but other than that, like I'll get some vegetables, but not a lot. So this is actually a good reason to get more vegetables in my diet. And as part of this whole journey that we're taking, in order to keep ourselves accountable, we made it a point that every day, well, at least the 4 days, you gotta take a picture of the salad you're eating and send it to the other person. So that, if I don't get a picture of a salad, like I haven't yet today.
Oh, trust me, I got the chicken bacon right now. It's all good.
Yeah, so that helps us. And like also, yeah, I think I've been drinking a little too much alcohol. I don't drink much alcohol, but I've been drinking more than I normally do. So it's a good reason to, I
Yeah,
dialed it back just 2 days a week now.
yeah.
Although last night,
it looked like it was fun when you sent me the video.
bro, so I didn't. That was inside the hotel.
Really?
I was inside a hotel. I was in Greensboro, North Carolina. And inside the hotel, there was a club. So because I went to the hotel bar. I was just gonna go there. I was like, oh, let me see if I want to drink tonight, whatever. Mm-hmm. So I went to the hotel bar and it was closed. They're like, oh, there's another bar on the other side of the hotel that you can see if they're still serving. I walked in there, straight up club, people dancing also, but bruh, it looked like they just let a VFW out and all the people just went to the club. Like
really?
I want to say it was like
40 and over, 50 and over.
Close. Close. Like farmers only party. That's what
okay.
I'm exaggerating, but I'm not.
Yeah.
Like that's what kind of party. The reason why I grabbed a drink, I grabbed a bourbon on the rocks, and I was like, let me just get some people watching. Because when I sent you the video, they was playing, Chris and Juvenile and all this stuff, and some people were dancing. But bro, when they started square dancing,
really?
Yes.
Oh man, that's hilarious.
Started square dance, started line dancing, and not the cha-cha slide. Line I was like,
that's the black line dance. Hold on, wait. So you didn't find you a gummy?
No.
Okay.
I was in town for work. Like I had an early flight. That's it.
You could take 15 minutes out to have some personal time.
Listen, no. I'm just there, just enjoying my time.
Personal time is important. Remember that.
Yeah, I know.
Personal time is important.
It's important. But no, it was actually fun. It was fun. I was just literally just people watching.
No, it looked like it would have been, when you sent me the video, like I would have probably just sat there and enjoyed it and just did the same thing, had a couple of drinks, enjoyed the music, and just chill. You know what I'm saying?
The music was great until it switched over. They started playing like 70s music and like line dancing and all that stuff. I'll tell you one thing though, even when they give the audience or the patrons a dance that has specific moves in specific order, not a lot of rhythm going on in that.
I was going to say there's always one.
Not just one. Oh, that wasn't really line dance. That was like squiggle dancing.
Oh gosh, that's funny.
Yeah. All right. So back to the subject. What you?
Yeah. So tonight, seeing how this is the one night that we actually can enjoy the drink, I have a Heineken Light. This is going to be my beer of choice for today.
Heineken. Okay.
Heineken Light.
It's Asian.
It is.
Yeah, Asian. Some Hennessy and Heineken.
Oh shit! I thought that was black people. Oh shit!
Exactly. Hennessy and Heineken.
Yeah, there you go.
We peas of the same pod.
Yeah, I guess so. I'm gonna start this off with an Old Forester straight Kentucky bourbon whiskey.
Okay.
Right. Never had it.
You grab that. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm just saying. I just grabbed a bunch of different whiskeys, and this is the one that I'm trying tonight. Trust me, Jack ain't far, but I gotta start with this. I gotta check it out and try to expand my palate a little bit.
Hold it close because I want to see that label. Okay. Listen, it's got like a little old timey look to it. That's how you like that. That looks like it'd be potent just based off the way the label looks.
Well, yeah, because they had something that looked like. I mean, I know it's gonna sound kind of weird, but it looked like they actually cared about this whiskey. Like the other labels, like they just had like a piece of duct tape strapped across and was like whiskey.
Yeah.
This one actually looked like they took some time into the label. Okay. So
yeah.
I'm hoping it tastes pretty decent.
Now remember, you got to take a sip and give us the nuances before you shoot it.
I got my trusty Chicago map cup. Compliments of you.
And in honor of you testing out a new whiskey today, I do have you know,
Squirrel.
flying squirrel, peanut butter whiskey.
Yeah, I know. It just that's the inside joke.
You could tell. I have like a bad attention span.
Yeah, he's like the dogs from Up. He'll be like squirrel in the heartbeat. Like, don't let this podcast fool you. Like he's on point on the podcast, but shit on an everyday basis.
Yeah, that's what I tell you. I said it before in when I talked to the kids at Pope Francis Preparatory School, that like I might, if someone told me, hey, I think you have ADHD, I'm like, yeah, okay, I can believe it, because my mind just goes places. And I remember as a kid, I would see shapes. I would see shapes and stuff like that. But like that's one of those things where it's like,
no, wait, what was that look for? Like, did you just see a shape?
Noise. No, I heard a noise.
Oh, okay. He's like, I see shapes.
Yeah. No, but like if I looked at this tree and the way the shape of the branches in the tree, it took the shape of a ninja.
Well, you are artistic too. I know you don't do much drawing anymore, but people that are into artwork like that, they don't. In my opinion, they don't see anything the way it is, anyways.
Yeah, that's why I say like, that's why that happens. Anyways, besides the blind squirrel, peanut butter whiskey.
Yeah, what you got? What cider or what seltzer?
So actually, I was gonna whip out this red wine that I got from Lake George. I decided not to, because I've had these ciders in the fridge for a little bit. So maybe next week, maybe the next time I pick a movie, I'll pick out the red wine. But this is the Blake's Hard Cider Triple Jam: strawberry, blackberry, and raspberry.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah. Wonder how that one tastes.
I don't know. It's got a lot of berry to it, so
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
6.5% alcohol. And I don't know. I like the artwork on this reminds me of like old timey like kids. I was
gonna say Sunday comics.
Yeah, like Sunday comics, but like it reminds me like a children's book.
Yeah.
So that's why I like it.
That's interesting. Okay.
Yeah. See how it goes.
Yeah, let's see how this goes. Let me crack my Heineken.
Yep. All right, let's do this shot. Do you notice the shirt?
Yeah, I was looking at it. Patriots.
Yeah, but you see who's on that? Got a rep. You know who that is, right?
No, I can't see that from here. Is that Yoda?
Oh yeah, of course it is.
No, I couldn't see it at first because of the color, but I make it out now that I don't focus on it.
That's
okay.
And it says, and this is an official shirt too. It's got Yoda, and it says,
"When we will."
Yeah, when we will. You know how
you got to turn. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, Yoda talks. Yeah.
There you go. Okay, cool.
Patriots, Star Wars. I had to cop this.
Indeed, well, people can't see, but behind me.
There we go.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's happening.
The little green one talking to the big green one.
Yeah, for real. He's trying to tell him, "Smash me, you won't."
Hey, stop acting like a little bitch and get out there and smash.
Right. Oh man,
let's do this drink.
All right, let me crack this. I'm gonna pour it into the glass to get the the smell alone already just pissed me off.
What?
I said the smell alone just pissed. Okay.
this is the same. That's the same way I get when I smell like Bud Light.
I think I'm really just in. I don't know how to say it. Like attached to in tune with Jack Daniel because I've been drinking it for years. It's been well over 12 years. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I mean, because you know what to expect. With Jack Daniels, right? That you're stepping into the old forest.
Yeah, old forester.
All right.
So, in the glass it smells a little better. And there it just came out strong.
Just a stink bottle.
No, I don't think it's bad. I think just the fact it was all compounded in one, or it came out so strong, wasn't expected it.
Yeah. All right.
But yeah. Cheers.
What you got for me?
Significantly smooth. It does have the warm embrace as it goes down. I think with the ice cube, it would probably be okay to sip on.
So that'd be one that's good on the rocks? I
think so. Because it doesn't taste bad warm, but I think the chill will kind of like give like a smoother taste.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm actually impressed.
There you go. Look at that. See,
I'm
stepping
impressed.
out the comfort zone.
I
Chris Brown.
I
He's
am
making strides. You know that?
I am impressed. I actually really am because I didn't expect. I was like, yeah, every whiskey's fucking terrible to me except Jack Daniels.
Look at that, man. You know, when you step out the box, good things happen, man. Next thing you know, you'll be wiping your ass.
Nah, I shit in the woods. I'm good. I like having crud butt.
I invented dingleberries.
Oh yeah, for real.
Okay.
Right. I think I'm gonna sip on this one. I was gonna shoot it, but I think I'm gonna sit back and enjoy this for a minute.
Well, that's good. Like I don't know. As I get older, I like sipping on a nice alcohol. Usually, I like having a nice globe like piece of ice in there and just sip on it. I'm gonna try not to drink too many of these.
How many you got?
I got 3 of them next to me, but I remember trying not to. But like again, I'm not trying to drink a week's worth of ciders in a night.
That's where I almost fucked up because I grabbed the wine, I grabbed the beer, I grabbed the whiskey. I was like, I need backups just in case I run out.
You're shopping with your eyes. Yeah, I know what I mean.
I was like, oh shit, no.
Oh, this is good. So it's got the berry taste, like a nice blended berry taste, but it's not like super tart. Like sometimes if you get like a lot of berries, it's like that really sweet, like that sharp tartness to it.
Mm-hmm.
Now this one's a little more refreshing. Maybe it's because I got the peanut butter whiskey on my taste on my tongue right now.
Okay. And you said it's a hard seltzer, right?
No, cider.
Oh, cider. Okay.
So on here it says it's probably halfway, a little more on the sweet side than it is on the dry side. I don't know if you look up there, you see a little measuring thing.
I mean, off the camera, I can't. It's too. It's not in focus, but it's all good.
Yeah, right above jam, it says dry and sweet, and the red is closer to.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah. Okay.
You know what? That's actually I like that. I like the fact that it's marked like that. All right. So, Wind River. Off rip. Did you like the movie?
I did.
Yes. Okay. I did too.
Okay.
Now, here's a question. How many times did you watch it?
Once.
Okay. But recently, right?
Yes.
Okay. Because I watched it maybe about a week back, and I had to watch it again just because I knew there was a lot of stuff that I wanted just to remember.
Yeah.
I probably don't, but there was a lot of stuff I wanted to remember because I remember specific moments where I was like, ooh, I like that. Ooh, I like that.
I should have watched it again because when I did watch it, I'm not gonna lie, I was actually really tired, but I did keep up with it. But I'm pretty sure there's some things I missed. Yeah. But it had my attention the whole way through. It was good, Yeah. It was cool.
I want to say this is actually one of a movie that I'd actually just like I'd willingly like, yeah, I want to go watch that again. Versus, if it was on, I'd watch it again. Like I'd actually seek this out and watch it again.
It was cool to see Jeremy Renner and what's her name? WandaVision.
Elizabeth Olsen?
Yeah. In another movie together. I thought that was pretty cool.
Have you noticed that like some of those Marvel characters or actors, like you see them in other movies together, and it's just it's cool. It's cool seeing people in one movie together and then in another movie together.
Oh yeah, and I think that's really just based off the chemistry, know. And then so that on a whole different side of it, when we saw them in Avengers, she had the accent, they had their powers and everything else, and this was more like being human beings. So as actors, I thought that was pretty dope because as a viewer you can be like, okay, that's Hawkeye and
Wanda.
Scarlet Witch or whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But they were actually people, so it's cool.
How did you feel when you found out that Elizabeth Olsen is Mary-Kate and Ashley's sister?
I actually had an idea because she looks just like him.
Yeah.
But you didn't know it. I guess she wanted her own fame, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Which makes sense.
Speaking of Mary-Kate and Ashley, I read this quote today from Mary-Kate Olsen, and it was dope.
Okay.
Dope ass quote. So she was talking about her and her sister, her and Ashley, and she goes, there's not much. She goes, the difference between me and my sister are pretty simple. She thinks the opposite of fire is water. I think the opposite of fire is having no fire. And I was like, oh shit. I never even thought of that, but I was like, man, that's crazy.
That is interesting.
Yeah, like it's actually been on my mind like
Hmm.
for a good 3 or 4 hours ever since I saw that quote. I was like, wow, like okay, to some people the opposite of fire is water.
Mm-hmm.
Others, it's the opposite of fire is no
No,
fire.
yeah.
Like, but what's right, what's wrong? Like, what does that say about you that where you think, yeah, man,
Because it's almost like if there was no fire, we wouldn't need water to put it out.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Because ain't water the only thing that can put out a fire?
no, you can smother it
Oh,
with
okay,
all the
yeah, yeah,
oxygen
yeah,
out. But
yeah.
no, so but the thing is, like to one person, it's like, you know, in order to take care of one situation, I
Mm-hmm.
need another situation in order to
Mm.
combat this situation. Where another one is, in order to take care of this situation, I gotta handle this situation.
Just give it the situation. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
So
Interesting.
that's crazy.
Yeah, that's dope as hell.
Yeah. I was like, oh shit. That's what I get for reading like 17 magazine and shit. I don't know what that was I was reading, but
Okay.
I don't know. It was something on Twitter or Instagram or some shit like that.
I
I
was
just
gonna
saw
say,
it and I was like,
please tell me he's on the plane. He was just in the back of the seat. He's like, yeah, whatever. I'll go through this
you know what?
magazine real quick.
It might have been on the plane, but I forget where I read it.
Hmm.
Yeah. Anyways.
Okay.
Yeah. But okay, so in a scale of Netflix movies that go just to Netflix or like Netflix exclusive, not just Netflix, but like the straight to HBO Max, straight to Amazon Prime movies, the ones that don't hit theaters.
Mhm.
Like, do you think Wind River was a movie that if you saw it in theaters, you'd be like, yo, that's I was happy I saw it in theaters?
Yeah. I wouldn't put it as like a major blockbuster, like a like opening weekend,
Yeah.
like it's gonna do numbers. But I would, how can I put it? Like if I want to go enjoy like a Sunday evening or something, like I'm gonna go see a movie and it was playing. I mean, just on the strength of Jeremy Renner alone,
Yeah.
it just like, you know what, let me go check it out. And I feel like it was like a decent, um, yeah, a decent movie for theater, but not like a blockbuster.
Yeah. I think if it was in theaters, it would kind of be like a No Country for Old Men, like that adult drama
Mm-hmm.
that like, because of the way movies are now, I don't think would make a lot of money in theaters.
Yeah.
So that's why it's perfect for like Netflix and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
But like, yeah, it'd be like that adult drama where you go there, like, yeah, that's a fucking good ass story. Like,
Yeah.
it's a good ass movie.
I mean, yes. Well, I mean, I don't know how to explain. I'm trying to put it together in my brain, but it's like, it definitely wasn't like, don't go see this movie, it's bad or like that. But it's not like the Batman where like, yo, I gotta go see it again. You know what I'm saying? But it's like a movie where it's like you watched it and it's good, and you wouldn't mind seeing it again.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense.
Yeah.
It's the best way I can put it.
Well, I mean, they don't release movies like that nowadays in theaters. Because I think right now, like, because like it's so much money to release a movie in theaters. Like, say if you spend 25,000, like something like a movie like that probably takes like 25 mil to make. But then you're also spending another 50 mil, another like 25, 30 mil on like marketing, all this different shit. So it's got to make at least 50 mil to at least break even. And like a movie like this, it wouldn't necessarily make that much money in theaters. It could,
Yeah.
but it's not funny. So you're not going to get all those haha people that you want to go back for a laugh.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's not like a crazy extravagant superhero thing. It's not something that's like with a built-in audience, not like a Harry Potter or X-Men. So like people are just gonna hold on. What the fuck?
You see that?
Yeah. Running out of time. This meeting will end in 10 minutes. Upgrade now to remove the 40-minute time limit. What 40-minute time limit?
What the hell just happened?
I have no idea. I am gonna just hit the X. I'm not gonna upgrade. And then we will see what happens.
It comes up again.
Yeah. And I might have to like restart this.
That is.
But it says upgrade to Pro. I've never had that pop up in Zoom before. Is it because we use it so much to record shit?
I don't know. Unless they're doing something they just got a new version out for people.
I don't know. It says remaining meeting time.
9:21. I'm looking right at it. It's counting down. Yeah. I see the same thing you see.
Huh. Should I hit the upgrade button? I mean, we in the middle of recording.
Yeah, I know. So here's the movie. Go see it. Check it out. We'll have you next week.
Yeah, all right, cool. If we see more, it's because if we see more of this podcast, it's because this didn't fuck up our recording.
Yeah.
All right. So we're about to roll the dice. Hold on. Take a drink.
Well, you know what? I'm taking the shot.
Yep.
I'm gonna come back to the glass, but I gotta do a shot of whiskey for this one.
Let's see. Oh man, I'm really. I don't know what happened.
All right, here we go.
Here we go. All right. So I'm leaving this recording. I hit the button that says upgrade to pro. And nothing has happened. Oh, it's still going. Hold on. Okay, I hit the button. And nothing has happened.
Okay. Well, then let's keep going with it. See what happens.
Yeah. If it cuts out, it does something after, then we'll figure it out. But yeah. So the fucking all right. So the beginning of the movie started off with the sheep out there. It was like sheep or some kind of like cattle.
No, it was sheep because the sheep and I think it was the coyotes were out there.
Wolves.
Wolves. Okay.
Yeah. So the wolves was out there. They was going after the sheep and stuff like that.
Mhm.
And all of a sudden they get cracked.
Yeah.
And like, you see Jeremy Renner out there. So I was wondering, like, I didn't know what his job was. I didn't know, what he was doing out there, but it's crazy. Like, people have that kind of job.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know. There's these jobs out there that you don't think about, but someone's got to do them. He's someone who keeps the wolves off the cattle in in the Indian reservations.
Yeah.
But like, what's the job out in the city that you don't think about, but somebody's got to do it?
Well, watching them skyscraper windows.
Well, I kind of think about that because I've seen that in movies.
Yeah, I know. I'm just like, that's not something I think I want to do though.
Yeah.
But,
I don't know. What about the guy that has to like he has to go and empty the change out of all the fucking
the
telephones,
the payphones from the 90s.
Yeah, they got to go empty out all the change, or out of the meters. You got to go take all the coins out the meters.
You know what? You are right, because I know I've actually never seen anybody do that.
I've always seen people giving tickets.
Yeah, and I know they know damn. I know that pole doesn't have no secret change dispenser that goes underground to some secret change location.
Imagine you put that and it just all goes down to one location and just go and pull out a little fucking thing full of change.
That's crazy. Every day they count the change money for the city.
Mm.
We got $2.3 million in parking.
Yeah, no, it's random jobs like that. But like once I saw Jeremy Renner's character doing that, I don't even remember his name in the movie, but when I saw that, I was like, okay, he's got this job that clearly he's got some kind of background to handle, whatever. And it turns out his job is, again, he works on the Indian reservation. He's part of like the game and wildlife.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out what he was because it didn't necessarily say. It had initials on the truck. I think it was AFWS or something like that, but it didn't actually say what his job was.
Yeah,
but he was like a legal tracker or something, if that's what you want to call it.
Yeah, he's the guy that has to go and like just for the reservation has to take care of like all the wildlife shit. Like if there's that issues with bears, something like that, he's the guy that has to go take care of it. So that means he knows how to track, he knows how to do all. He knows, just a myriad of shit.
Yeah.
And so he's out there doing that, and then he gets tasked with like, they said he was like, hey, they got to take care of this lion.
Yeah, because of this, it attacked the cow.
Yeah. And so he's out there in his snowmobile, like just following tracks. It sounds crazy to me, but like there are people out there that can look at a footprint, like, okay, this person was going this direction, like this is about 2 hours ago and shit like that. Like that's a skill set I don't know. I can't imagine that shit.
I don't even try to say I tried it, but I love watching like old shows and looking at different ways of how they did it and everything else. Like walking backwards, like in certain ways to make it like you're walking forward to throw off somebody chasing you. I mean, I find stuff like that, like nature stuff, natural stuff, so amazing to me. Like, reading the stars and the Earth's axis and animal tracks and shit like that. It's just like this is awesome. You know what I'm saying?
What's your totem? What's your animal totem?
A bear.
I was gonna say a bear, black bear.
A grizzly.
Oh, grizzly, man. Yeah, extremely black bear.
No, man. Yeah. Grizzly, look, I got the belly. I'm a grizzly.
Lord knows you ain't a polar bear because
Polar bears eat their own kids. I don't know if I would do that.
oh, I think I want the grizzlies don't do that, right?
No, grizzly. I think we had this conversation before, but I really feel like I'm a grizzly because I was talking to somebody earlier, and human beings are the only creature on this earth that never reacts off instinct until they have to.
Well, they have the ability to not react off of instinct until they have to.
But if you think about it,
we know some people who react off of instinct and it don't go good for them.
I mean, because we got to think. But at the same time, if you look at a bear's instinct is to hunt. And it's really not even hunting anything live besides fish. You know what I'm saying? It wants berries and honey and stuff.
I think you've been watching too much fucking Yogi Bear. Honey?
Bears eat honey. Winnie the Pooh.
They out there searching for honey. Like Winnie the Pooh, bro.
Yeah, man.
You know, bears out there in red t-shirts. friends with pigs and tigers.
Hey, shit, you never know. You know what I'm saying? But no, I'm saying as an animal, they do what they want to do. And you know off the back, if you run up on an animal, you have a 50-50 chance of that motherfucker attacking you or not. Yeah. And and most of the time, animals only attack humans if they feel they have to, out of fear. Because I ain't gonna say you never heard of an animal eating a human being. I'm pretty sure it might happen, but I think somewhere in an animal's mind, it's just like that's not really food, but it's a threat.
I've seen videos of like anacondas and gators and shit swallowing whole humans.
I mean, that's because the human presented itself to it like, hey, come here, lion, take a picture. You know what I'm saying?
The human walked up to it. It was like, oh, look at that skewer. That's like Texas Day Brazil right there.
Look, the was sitting there, wait a minute, is this really coming towards me? Like I don't have to hunt. I just gotta grab it and eat. Okay, shit. This is cool. Yeah. But yeah, I think my total animal would be a bear. If not that, be a wolf. What about you?
I think mine was the otter because
yeah.
Otters are smart. I watch videos of otters all the time. That shit, man. They wash their faces. They pick up, they take their hands and they take water and just wash their face. That's just crazy to me.
Tells you watch them too much,
bro. You ever seen a raccoon wave? Some shit in the animal kingdom bugs me out. A raccoon will take its hands and just go like wave at you.
Really?
Yeah, it's crazy. It just so stuff like that. Just I don't know why, because it's like a animal doing a human thing, and it I don't know why it doesn't freak me out, but I always find it weird. You know, bears riding bicycles.
Oh yeah, that's years of fucking training as a baby.
All right, so Jeremy Renner he's chasing, he's tracking, and comes across a body. That's how the movie started. Was the girl running in the wilderness? Yeah, it starts off with her. Yeah. And like, in the poem that his daughter wrote is being quoted while she's running. Yeah. Okay. And it makes it known that like she's running without shoes on. She's out there in like the snow and shit like that. So could you imagine just you out there in the wilderness doing your job and like you come across a body in a precarious position, and then you turn and you realize it's someone you know? Like I think that was one of the more heartbreaking things. I just hit record and it says record on this computer. See, that's the shit about technology, man. And that's why I like Jeremy Renner's character, because he was just dealing with, instinct. Look, you're talking to somebody that hates technology. I don't hate technology, but I'm not up on it like everybody else is. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I know. And I know you're not either. I mean, you are, but you're not. Like, you're on it because it's like, in some cases, you have to be. Yep. But you're not the first person out there and get the biggest phone or the next iPad or whatever. It's just like, shit. Yeah. You still like doing pull-ups off a tree branch. Yeah. I like cooking over a fire. Yeah. Like using no lotion. I'm actually kind of pissed off because, I mean, granted, we were just getting started. Maybe there's some way we can edit that video into this one. Oh no, we're gonna do it. I'll take that video, edit it together, and we'll keep all this. Okay, this is real life. Yeah, this is how we deal with fucking technology. But anyways, we drink. Yeah, exactly. On our one day that we can drink for this month of May. So all right, so he Jeremy Renner comes across the body in the wilderness, and he turns out to be, someone he knows. Could you imagine what would go through your head? I mean, especially like that's why sometimes I feel for cops. Actually, a lot of times I feel for cops, because the cops sometimes they have to go handle situations. They have to go, they come across things that, no one wants to see. Obviously, because you was in the army, but like, I think the difference with that is like, that's a lot of times those cops live in that neighborhood. They live in that area. So there's a good chance that the person they're going to come across, whether it's a crime, murder, something, domestic violence, might be someone they're familiar with.
Yeah.
Like, what do you think? What would go through your mind if you come across someone you're like, God damn, that's my. I mean, we find out later in the movie that was his daughter's best friend.
Yeah.
Like,
that's a hard question to answer, I guess, because the politically correct answer is to not react emotionally. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, you still got to do your job. You know what I'm saying? But how can you not feel your own personal feelings to a personal person that you actually know outside the uniform? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know how I would feel. I don't know how I would react. It would be hard to keep my composure and try to think straight, seeing whatever it is I'm looking at in front of me.
Yeah.
And then trying to figure out what happened.
Yeah, I think that's an aspect of being like a police officer, something like that a lot of people don't think about. And like, hey, they come across people that sometimes, like, even like Will Smith in Bad Boys, the stripper girl that dies was, someone he used to mess with. That was his friend. Like,
yeah.
So you come across, it's people and then on the same token, you see so much of that shit that, like, when it happens to you, it's so personal because it's happening to you. It's your life. But to like a police officer, like, they see this every day.
Yeah.
And so you kind of can't blame them for kind of being numb to it. Because, you're like, I know your husband hitting you is this, crazy situation that you never imagined happened. But like, I know, and it makes you feel like you're special. Like, this is a one-off, but like, I see this every day.
Yeah.
So it's hard for me to, be like, it's hard for me to take it as personally as you're taking it, because I see it every day.
Yeah. And I think that's also why I like the movie when you put it in that perspective, because Jeremy Renner actually played a cop without being a cop. So he could do a whole lot of shit cops can't really do. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, one of my favorite lines in the movie is precisely because of that. Because when they have to go, I mean, granted, they find the body, and this is on an Indian reservation. So that's the one thing. Like, Indian law is completely different than.
Yeah.
Like they said, like, there's 6 cops for the entire reservation.
Yeah, they said a reservation the size of Rhode Island.
Yeah,
6. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, it's nuts. And like, so they bring in like the FBI, which ends up being like Elizabeth Olsen's character, and she shows up.
She said she came from Vegas, so yeah.
She came from a wedding in Vegas, had heels on. And how did you like her character?
I actually thought she did a good job. I mean, I think everybody in the movie, like, nobody was overacting, nobody was underacting.
Yeah.
The only thing I did hate was some of the camera angles were shaky. It's like instead of like being focused, there was like a little jitter going on. But other than that, I thought like
But you don't like the shaky cameras?
No, I mean, unless the scene is shaky in action, a lot's going on.
Yeah.
But if the camera's shaking and you're in the living room having a conversation with a glass of water, why the fuck's the camera shaking?
Well, so sometimes they do handheld cameras because it makes it feel more natural.
I guess.
Like, you can get the handheld camera, put it right up in their face. I get like, sometimes it's an action scene, and if it's an action scene, the shaky cam makes it feel more like
like you're in the action scene with it. Yeah.
But at the same token, sometimes you can't see the action because it's so damn shaky.
Yeah.
Like the Jason Bourne movies.
Yeah.
I hate when they do it on purpose. Like, they shake the camera and they do that shit like to make it more frenetic instead of just, hey, still try to keep it still, even though you're holding it.
And that's what I'm saying, because I mean, like, when there was quiet and chill scenes, the camera had a little jitter going on. You know what I'm saying? So, but other than that, I felt like everything Like yeah, her character, everybody's acting, like even the drug dudes or whatever, like
Yeah.
they even acted like good base heads. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? I mean, I felt like everybody acted like acting. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it was cool.
All right. So, I mean, at this point, it comes upon probably one of my favorite scenes in the movie. And
Okay.
that's when they go into the girl's house and she's talking to the father and she's being like, like cop. I'm trying to catch these people and I
Mhm.
need you to fucking help me.
Yeah.
And then the dude's just like, hey, what are you going to do? Like, what are you really going to do here? And shit like that. And she's like, is your wife in there? Yeah, let me go talk to your wife. Huh? I bet she'll help me out. She
Mm-hmm.
walks into that room and the mom's just
Cut yourself up. Yeah.
cutting herself. And she's like, it's like one of those situations where it's like, I know you're doing your job, but like this
Mhm.
is it's affecting these people in a way
Yeah.
that you can't comprehend. Man. And then they had to step out of the trailer in order to cry.
Yeah. Which I thought was dope because okay, I'm not gonna don't quote me on this, but I feel like everybody that played the Indian in the movie was actually real Indian.
I believe so, because I think that's the dad from fucking that's Jacob's dad from Twilight.
Yeah, Jacob's after 20,000 in a wheelchair, and then the other dude, the actual I guess the sheriff or whatever he was.
Yeah,
I've seen him in other movies too. And
me too.
yeah, I don't know his name, but I think he's like actual Native American also. Well, but I found it like even though it's a movie, I did appreciate the fact that they protected each other.
Yeah.
Because when he stepped outside to cry, he shut the door and let her have their moment. Like, hey,
Mhm.
like she was standing there, he shut the door, let them deal with this. And he stood
Yeah.
there and like basically guarded it, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And I thought that was dope, you
Yeah.
know.
And then I mean, especially if you're like a cop and you're just trying to do your job and like you understand why the dad's being kind of smart alecky and like just strong.
Mhm.
They close the door and he gets the chance to be vulnerable.
Yeah,
You hear that crying and that wailing, like that shit was dope. I was like, God damn, that they really got across the idea of just like, a father trying to keep it together
mhm.
in order to solve his daughter's murder, but in reality, he just wants to break down. His family's falling apart.
Yeah, and then also to understand that his daughter was Jimmy Renner's daughter's best friend. So
Yeah,
they obviously had to know each other.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Especially with Jeremy Renner being married to um the or I don't know if he was married to her. I guess he was, but had a child with an Indian woman.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But you find out, but then you find out later in the movie. Again, we don't talk in line, so we jumping around. But
Yeah, this is a conversation about the movie. If you watched it, shit,
but
you would know.
you find out later in the movie that like Jeremy Renner's daughter was best friends with the girl,
Mm-hmm.
and she ended up being killed on the
Yeah.
reservation, and they never found her killer.
Mm-hmm.
So like it's that thing of like two fathers bonding over just a tragic situation.
Yeah, tragic event. Yeah.
It's crazy. I can't imagine going through that shit.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I mean, I know what I know what it would feel like if something happened to my dog.
Mm.
I can imagine a child.
Yeah, I feel yeah. Something had in mind. I'm stopping the world
Yeah.
at all costs. You better kill me because I'm killing somebody. I
Well,
don't. I do not care.
well, that's the thing. One of my favorite quotes in the movie, and they're like, when he's going to look for him, he goes, "What are you gonna do when you get him?" He goes, "You, you know," he goes, "You know what I'm gonna do." And he
Yeah.
goes, right where he's standing. He goes, yep.
You said to get the fuck up a porch and go do it.
And I was like, and that's what's dope because it's one of those like, it's like, yeah, the law is different on a reservation,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like, it's one of those situations where you kind of understand, not you kind of you understand.
Yeah.
If I was a parent, trust,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to jail.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I don't care.
Definitely.
Hmm.
Now, I mean, I don't want to jump directly to the end, but I even felt like the ending was dope because it wasn't like a traditional you kill the bad guy and let it go. It's just like I don't. I mean, should I go ahead and say it? I don't want to jump to the end right now.
Go for it.
No, I'm just saying because when he finds the dude that did it and makes him talk, he's like, "If you tell me the truth, I'll cut you loose, whatever case may be." And he tells the truth, and just okay, cool. But he also knew you ain't getting far because I set you up the same way you set her up. You know what I'm saying? And he said she was a fighter. She ran 6 miles like this. It did her lungs.
Bro, 6 miles in the snow, no
Yeah.
shoes,
Mm-hmm.
like that. She was a fighter.
Look, the dude barely made it 50 fucking feet.
Yeah.
And he just sat there and watched it. And then I thought that was so dope because he didn't kill him, but he killed him. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, that was like when they found the girl in the wilderness and they were like, "Yo, she no shoes." Like, "Hey, what's close by?" So then he goes, "You know, what would put a girl like that out here like that?"
Mhm.
They're like, because she was a fighter. Like, however long you think she ran, she probably ran further because she was a fighter. Like that's oh man, there was so many good like metaphorical like just gems like that happened.
Mhm.
Oh my god! And
Was
then
that?
go ahead.
No, so it was definitely a good movie. No, excuse me.
I did,
No.
and once you started finding out more about Jeremy Renner's like character's history
Mhm.
and why he does what he does and why he's in that like that reservation and shit and like what happened to his family, at the beginning I was wondering why his wife was being kind of an asshole. She was like, "I ain't going back to that place." Like, no, fuck that.
Mm.
Like, I'm not
Yeah,
doing
yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah. Explain it to me because that didn't register. I didn't pick up the understanding in the movie.
well, because her daughter got murdered
Mm-hmm.
on that reservation. So she said, "Yo, you can't pay me to go back to that." So she said, "Don't leave my son.
Mm.
Don't leave my son there by himself overnight. Like, you know why?"
Gotcha. Okay.
And then they're like, "Yeah." He goes, "You know, you're gonna have to drive through." He goes, "No, you can't pay me to drive through there."
Mm. Okay. Now I get it.
Yeah, she didn't want nothing to do with that place anymore, and I can
Yeah.
feel that because, like, I mean, those are her people, but at the same time, like, they whatever toxicness is happening over there took her daughter away.
Yeah.
And then okay, so after at this point, they're like, okay, they know there's this trailer close by that's got some base heads, people that they know.
Well, one of them was her brother, the killer, not the killer, the victim's brother.
Yeah, she was like, yeah, like he's been in and out of jail or some shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's, I mean, you hear about that a lot, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's got to be way more. It's way more prevalent than we like to think.
Yeah.
The idea that like a sibling or a child of a family member is like I don't want to say the downfall of the family, but is like, yeah, ain't doing right by the family in any way at all.
Yeah.
They just made bad choices and shit.
Mm-hmm. And like even when Jeremy Renner's talking to him back at the truck or whatever, and he actually has like I guess that heart to heart moment or whatever, and he's like, "Look," he said, "You chose to stay here." You know what I'm saying? He said, "Even if you would have went to the military, the college, whatever, you still had a way out somewhere."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
We said he goes, you had the arm. Yeah, because obviously he probably was like a good football player or something like that. You had the arm, you had this, but because you could have got out of it, you chose to stay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there was one part where he's having that conversation. I think it's my favorite quote of the movie, where he goes, the brother looks at him, he goes, "You ever feel like you want to just fight the world?"
Oh, yes. Yeah. Yeah.
He goes, and Jeremy Renner goes, "Yeah." He goes, "I chose to fight the feeling." He goes, "Because I just figured the world would win."
Yeah.
And I was like, God damn, it's so good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, that was a good ass quote. Yeah.
Because like, I mean, and when you think about it, it's like, yeah, like when negative shit happens to you, like, and it feels like the world is just jumping on you and piling on top of you, like you can get angry at the world easily. You can feel like the world is coming together to tear you down, but or you can choose to fight that feeling of feeling like the world is coming at you and just know that like this is something I got to get through.
Yeah. Because if you think about it, if you really squared up and wanted to fight the world, you're not gonna win.
You're not. No, you're not.
Look. If square up and fight Mike Tyson, you're not gonna win. Never mind the rest of the world.
I know.
Go find Jet Li. You know what I'm saying? It's like there's certain people in the world that you know you can't
like
beat.
5'1". So realistically,
look, okay, and what, you're 2 inches taller than him. Look,
5 inches taller.
Look, what I'm saying is, what Eddie Griffin say, one Bruce Lee will fuck up a whole room. You know what I'm saying? Just there's some people that are like, if you know you can't beat this one person, like there's too many people in the world that you can't fight it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So don't try. Like even if you just mentally feel like or emotionally feel like you want to fight the world didn't hurt you. People in the world might have hurt you.
Yeah.
but the world didn't hurt you.
Yeah, and then you got to ask yourself, and then the hard question in that scenario is, you know, are you responsible for people hurting you? And that's, you know, some people will say that's like victim blaming, but you know, but you have to be willing to ask yourself those questions. You know, I feel like in any scenario, you have to be willing to ask the uncomfortable question. That's the only way you're going to get to the truth.
Indeed.
You know, like, okay, some bad shit happened to me. Am I responsible for any of it? And the answer could be no. You could have been a child. You're just innocent. And these pieces of shit took advantage, did whatever. Mm-hmm. And sometimes, hey man, you got into some shit with the wrong people, and then some loved ones paid the price. That's your fucking fault.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
remember what we said before, whenever somebody tries to point the finger, remember you got 3 pointed right back at you. Mm-hmm. Better figure it out. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So shit. Yeah, that's a good question. And what did you do? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. And it's not a you did something. That's I think that's what people get like misconstrued. Mm-hmm. So when you say, what did you do? They're taking it as, oh, you're saying I did something. I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm saying, what was your role in all this? Mm-hmm. You might have just been standing there. Yeah. But in order to get the right answers, we have to ask all those questions. Mm-hmm. I don't know. Why do people get so offended when you try to cover all the bases with questioning?
Because I've ran into a few people throughout my life, mm-hmm. and I've come to realize something. And in my younger days, I was guilty of it too. If I know I'm about to go do something crazy that I probably shouldn't do,
yep,
and I know I shouldn't do it, because at the end of the day, I know I was wrong for whatever took place.
Yep.
And I come to you and be, look, I got to go do this, that, whatever. And you question me or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And you give me your answer, your thoughts about it. And then we go back and forth on what I want to do. And you're telling me I shouldn't do it. You know what I'm saying? Okay, cool. I talked to you. Let me go talk to the next person now. Because all I found out, the human nature, all the person is looking for is for somebody to agree with them.
Yeah.
They can talk to 10 people and they might get 9 no's because you were wrong. Will they get that 1 yes? So-and-so said it's good, so I'm going to do it. I just got my validation.
Yeah.
Never mind 9 people that just said don't do it.
Yeah.
10 said yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so, and I just feel like with human nature, people, we go through things and all we want is validation for something we already know we want to do. We just want to make sure somebody agrees with our actions that we're about to go do.
Yeah. So that way you don't feel alone.
Alone, or like you did something wrong.
Yeah. No, I get that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I can't imagine. I'm one of those people, I have no issues with consequence. If I did some shit, mm-hmm. you know, I have no issues with taking the consequences of anything I did. If I ever felt like my actions caused a consequence to someone else mm-hmm. who didn't deserve it, man, that shit would eat me the fuck up inside.
Indeed. And that's what I try to explain to people, throughout my life. And they like, well, you hurt me, you did this and this. And I'm like, okay, let me apologize. I didn't mean to. Like, well, you did this and you knew that, man. Now tell me, look, if I want to hurt you intentionally, you would know it because we wouldn't be having a conversation. You know what I'm saying? That was an accident. I apologize. Let it go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying when you say that you don't mind facing consequences. Like whatever I do in life, 9 times out of 10, I meant to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And at one time that maybe was a collateral damage or something happened. Okay, let me fix that because that was supposed to happen. But all the other stuff was supposed to happen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. And like, sometimes you're trying to apologize, and some people are like serial victims that like they're focused on is what happened to them.
Yeah.
Like, they can't see like, hey, someone else is trying to make this right. Or they can't see that, like, they're so focused on what happened to them, they can't see that those actions also kicked off some other negative shit, like, you're so worried that about what happened to you that you don't see all this other stuff going on. All right, so after that, he they killed one of the drug dealers.
Yeah, because he tried to spray him down with fucking whatever he sprayed him with.
Yeah, it was like pepper spray. First of all, like, when she went to the house to get the outfit,
Yeah.
the mom was like, it's my daughter's. He goes, yeah, that's not, you're not, you're not renting. Or no,
she said, you're not renting it, bring it back.
Bring
Oh, hold on. What did she say? She said, "Be careful." When she put the long johns on, she said, "Be careful, it might get stuck up your butt." And then she showed the thong and said, "Well, I guess you're already used to that," or something like that.
But so okay, and I like little parts like that because that shows that, to me, that's character. It shows like you have this thing that you're wearing for fashion, that's for looks and all this stuff. But these people they're about function. They're not about stuff. They're about like, hey, I need to survive. Like, this is tough shit out here. Like, we all about surviving. Anyways, okay, so after all that, so then he talks to the brother and he finds out about the boyfriend. The girl was dating some white dude. So they're trying to figure out who that is. They went somewhere after this because they were trying to get information on who the white guy was.
Because if I can play that scene up correctly, they get into the whole shootout at the drug house or whatever.
Yep.
And Jeremy Renner's like, "You guys are looking at the wrong thing. Look at these tracks. They go up and they don't come back."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He said, what he said, you don't find the wolf where you think it's going to be. You find out where it's been.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Which I thought was dope.
Oh, no. Yeah. And also, when he went and questioned the dude, she was, Elizabeth Olsen was like, you can't go there. If you talk to him, it's inadmissible. Like, I can't use it in court. Then you're going to tell me that all this shit doesn't work. So don't go talk to him. Then when he went and talked, she goes, yeah, what he said, don't tell me. But like, to me, that highlights like the red tape of law enforcement.
Yeah.
Like, it's, and sometimes if you're on the outside looking in, it feels like it's unnecessary. Like, I know where these people are. Why can't you just go over there and get them? And it's like, well, because if I just go over there and get them and then I don't have that warrant, then they can say they broke in without a warrant, and then now we can't get them at all. Like,
indeed. When I was going through my court case, and I had to kind of have a one-on-one with my lawyer, and I said, "Look, I got to tell you some real shit about me." And he said, "Look, don't tell me anything that is not going to help your case, even if it's real and it's true. What I got right now is good enough." And I thought about it, and I said, "Okay," because as a person of law, it's almost like, okay, we talked about this. When you said you had went to that birthday party, or not birthday party, the drag show, whatever, you know what I'm saying, or whatever you was.
I've been to plenty of birthday parties, and I've been to plenty of drag shows. I'm trying to figure out what you're talking about.
Okay, either way, it was going to the drag show, and we talked about. I said I had been to one for a friend's birthday myself. Yeah. I said, but for me, I would have rather just showed up and had to adjust to what's going on, versus you telling me I'm going and I got time to think about. Do I really want to go and do this or not? So I feel like it's the same way with law. Let me get the facts and adjust to this. Don't tell me some other shit so I got time to think and try to play chess with this, because I'm gonna fuck it all up. You know what I'm saying? So that's the way I took it with the whole law enforcement or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
I think
sometimes
also,
the more
go ahead.
I would say sometimes more information is not good. Yeah. Sometimes you just need to keep it simple.
And then sometimes, like, if you tell, like, hey, I didn't did this shit. I didn't did this shit. And whatever, and it's like, and you might be innocent right now, but then you got a lawyer that's like, fuck, like, I'm right now fighting for this dude who's done all this grimy shit
because he knows you did it, versus just looking at the case factor.
Looking at the case, dealing with innocent right now. He didn't do any of this, but then you're looking at like, he didn't do this, but he's also a piece of shit.
Yeah,
so maybe I might not try as hard.
Yeah, see what I'm saying? As long as he pays me and I get my money, I'll do enough.
He was like, Chris Brown, I know you're a piece of shit, so don't tell me anymore. Just
I said, no, I'm not a piece of shit. I am the shit. Get it together. You know what I'm saying? Man.
But yeah, so and then that's when Jeremy Renner, that's when it started showing off his tracking skills. Not just then, but like, when he was in the when he saw the girl's body and things like that, like, he's got this skill set that just allows him, again, he's not part of this whole, he's not law enforcement, he's just helping out. Because of that, it allows him to really like maneuver and figure out all these little like side things that are going on. And I thought that was dope because there's people out there that are like that. There's real people that are out there that can track people and can maneuver, like our detectives that are in a way that are like, it's mind-boggling.
Yeah, I told you I find it fascinating. I love stuff like that. Something I don't know, but something about me and nature. I just love that natural.
What's your favorite
feeling.
nature TV show?
Nature TV show?
Yeah, if you like nature so much, what's your favorite nature TV?
Well, see, I wouldn't even say it's a nature TV show. It's just an old TV show. That's like one of my favorite. Black and white. The Rifleman.
I thought it was supposed to be Andy Griffith.
No, fuck no. The Rifleman.
And why?
Because I feel like that was a time when men were men. Like even though it's in the Western, of course.
Yeah.
But everybody walked around with their weapons. If you shot him in the back, you were automatically guilty because you shot him when he couldn't defend himself. Like no matter what the case said, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
You shot him in the back. You know what I'm saying? It was more about just doing what was right, no matter what it cost you, versus doing what was right for you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I mean, I want to prolong the show or whatever, but it's just one of them shows that just when men were men. Like,
what was it? You ever watch like Survivor Man?
No.
But you ain't never seen Survivor Man?
I've seen it, but I never watched it.
Oh, so you know what it is, but you never watched it.
That's the dude that be out there in the wilderness and everything, out there camping on the sides of mountains and hunting snakes and shit and all kind of shit.
Yeah, well, I think you're thinking of Man vs. Wild.
Okay, maybe so.
Like Man vs. Wild is kind of like overly dramatic of like that situation. Where Survivor Man, he goes to a spot and he spends 7 days out there by himself, films everything by himself, does everything. So it's like you get to see someone try to survive in a remote area for like 7 days.
But see, I actually think I could do that.
Man, get out of here.
Look, my spring from Massachusetts.
I've seen how long you've gone fucking 6 hours without Jack. You think you can last 7 days without? Get the fuck out of here.
Look, as long as I got Jack Daniel, I'll be just fine. I will be just fine.
You about to be drinking coyote piss, talking about it's got natural alcohol.
Why the coyotes on the grill? You know what I'm saying? Shit, I will be just fine.
I don't know about that, bro. That the wilderness is a motherfucker. I done went to Echoes. I done been in Echoes. I know what it does.
Look, we been to Echoes, and then I had to spend some time in the military out there, fucking in God knows where, doing whatever. And granted, the military supplies us with the stuff that we need. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I'll put it to you like this: I definitely would want to do it, but my first time would not be 7 days. Give me like a good 3 days. You know what I'm saying? Just to let me.
We need to just go try. We need to try to go camping first of all.
No, I mean, okay,
but actual tent camping, not RV camping. No,
I ain't talking about tent camping. I'm talking about go out there and find you some leaves or some trees and build you a fucking fort.
You about to?
I mean, if you go do it for real,
man. You know what I'm saying?
I just
need to go on naked and afraid. That's
look. No, I don't want to be naked. I don't need no fucking tick crawling my piss hole. You know what I'm saying? I can't. Nah. I'm just saying. I need some
snake eating my snake.
That would be the worst. Oh God, I can't even think. Oh, that's terrible. But no, like I mean, I would definitely do it. Oh no, I need is 2 things: some whiskey and a shotgun.
I love that. In order to survive in the wilderness, one of the things you need is whiskey.
Fuck yeah. Because I mean the shotgun's my weapon. I can hunt with that no matter what it is. You know what I'm saying? And I can defend myself.
Yeah.
I mean, shit. I can cook off a rock if I can build a fire. You know what I'm saying? Use it as a pan base.
What you gonna do? Use the fucking whiskey as fuel?
I might use to start the fire, but not too much. You know what I'm saying? Shit.
But see, the thing is, whiskey, that's calories. That's calories that your body's taking in.
Motherfucker, I'm gonna be burning them off. I'm out there.
But that's the point. In order to survive, you got to try to get food and then, get those calories to burn off. You can't have a ready supply of food. That's like going there with protein bars. It's just protein bars for you, kind of give you a buzz.
Okay, so that's your backup plan to find that fucking warthog out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, tonight I missed dinner, so I guess I'll just drink me a couple shots of this whiskey and I'll be okay.
Yeah, but I mean, but that's not survive. That's real surviving is not having that whiskey. We go going through the shakes because you ain't got no.
Hold on, look at me. Fuck you, okay? That's double middle fingers. Oh man. But
All right,
no, okay, look at Naked and Afraid. They get to choose like what 2 items a piece, right?
yeah.
And then some people choose the dumbest shit.
Like what? I haven't watched Naked and Afraid in a while.
I haven't watched in a while either, but I know some things like you get like a match, a hammer, a frying pan, I think an axe.
Okay, so you didn't name one dumb thing at all.
No, not that, because that's the shit that I would choose. Yeah. But then there's some other stuff like, okay, we need I guess like the shoes and the map. Okay. But if you but the people that choose this shit have no idea how to survive out there. Yeah. You know what I mean? And they're naked. Look, I don't give a shit. I don't look, put me with the ugliest chick. I don't give a fuck. Look, we need to bundle up tonight. Okay? I don't give a fuck. It has to happen because body heat is a motherfucker. Okay? Look, when you're cold, look, I ain't got to like you, especially after we get done with this shit. But right now, you're my best fucking friend. I'm going to love the fuck out of you every day. You know what I'm saying? Oh, fuck. Man, shit drive me crazy. I don't know. I mean, I know I was going with that, but I was going way off. Because I'm just thinking about, I remember when I was in Iraq, and I actually had stolen a curtain from a house that we raided. I don't know why. I just took the curtain. I was like, I like this curtain. I'm taking it. And we ended up being out all night. And we're laying, and of course, they're in the desert. And the temperature drops at night drastically. Mm-hmm. And we're all laying on the ground trying to get under the wind because it gets cold. And we came up with the idea, okay, we got to sit together because body heat, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So you got my platoon sergeant, my loader, myself, and Uncle John. He's on the left. He's like, I'm not getting out of with you guys. And we're just like, if it's cold up there where you are, we're okay right now. And I had that sheet, that curtain I stole from the house. So I threw the curtain over all of us and we're laying side by side. So the body heat is transferring, you know what I'm saying? And he's up there freezing like I'm not doing it. And then finally he breaks down and lays down beside me. It rubs up and says, oh my God, you're so warm. I said, I tried to tell you that 30 fucking minutes ago, you know what I'm saying? Hey, shit. Like, man, I don't know.
How do we get to this from the movie?
I don't know. It's survival. We went with survival.
Yeah. All right. So Jeremy Renner follows the tracks up the mountain. He says, if you look over there, you can see the tracks going up into the mountain. And he goes, I got to get out there before it starts snowing because there's a storm coming in. So I got to get out there before it starts snowing. Mm-hmm. He follows the tracks up there. He finds another body, right?
That's where they found Matt's body.
Yeah, Matt was the
girl's boyfriend.
Okay, yeah. And then but the girl, the FBI people, they didn't know that the boyfriend's body was up there yet. Because he didn't say anything.
Once he found out who it was, I think the girl had went and talked to some other people, or I guess the people at the reservation. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. And that's how she got the name. But he already knew the name because he got it from the sister's boyfriend or sister's brother.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so
okay, yeah. So they went, so then he goes up there to look at them, and then they go, her and the sheriffs all go over to the fucking logging camp and shit like that. And then when she's knocking on the door, and it goes into the flashback.
Yeah.
Of like what happened to the girl and her boyfriend. First of all, the goddamn Punisher is her boyfriend. I was like, oh shit.
See, you know from Punisher, I know him from Fury. He was, I think, the gunner in the Take movie.
Yeah, so he was you.
No, I was the driver.
Oh, you're the driver?
Mm-hmm.
How the hell? Okay, so but your driving skills, okay, I guess.
No, only reason why I don't drive for you guys is because I prefer to sit back and drink. and I think you guys know it because everybody be like, Chris, I'm driving. I'm like, okay, drive. Because you guys are driving, I get to sit back and drink.
Yeah.
Should I drive 18-wheelers? Shit, I done driven everything under the goddamn sun.
Yeah. But no, like, yeah, he's in there. He was in like Walking Dead and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, I like him as an actor. I think he's believable in everything he does.
Mm. He was in another movie too. Like he played like a prick or something like that. But I can't remember.
He's been in tons of movies. I think he played
Yeah.
in, I want to say might have been in either in Creed or Rocky, one of those two. Because he helped train. He's helping train someone. I want to say it was in Rocky.
Not old school Rocky, you know the newer ones, right?
Yeah, like when like the one where fucking Stallone came back. Oh yeah. No, I don't know. There's some fighting movie, some boxing movie he was in.
I feel the same way, but I can't piece it together. I don't think it was Creed or Rocky though. I think it was something different. Maybe it's the fighting movie in general, but I don't know. But either way, he's a good actor. I agree with you.
Yeah, and then like you saw what happened with him and his girl, and that's, I mean, it looks dramatized for the movie, but I'm sure, especially out in like a reservation out in the middle of nowhere, that shit happens all the time. I have a friend.
Fuck yeah.
Dude, I have a friend who's Native American, and I know she had to move out of Oklahoma, the reservation in Oklahoma, because she said that, like, you know, people were trying to, I don't want to say traffic her, but you know, people were coming for her, like basically do that kind of shit. So she had to get out of there, and it was just like, man, I can imagine in a place like that where it's pretty much like free reign, shit like that's good. Oh man, it's hard to think about. It's hard for me to think about.
It's always that one. I mean, movies show it, and I mean, like I said, I done lived a good amount of life. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And there's always one person that is on a whole different level. And what's so fucked up about it is if you got like 7 people, and that one person is on some dumb shit, if the timing and the place is right to be dumb, even though the other 6 know it's dumb shit, they'll play along.
Yeah.
Because it's like,
yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's like in school, you know, if you're in school and like, you know, one person starts picking on the disabled kid, you know, and you're in school, like all the other kids, chances are they're gonna join in, you know, and it's just one of those things where it's like, you know, that mob mentality leads to some fucking fucked up shit.
Because the way the scene played out for me is he was in there being drunk and being playful, so to speak. And that's why the dude in the bed was just like, hey, come get this person. You know what I'm saying? Yep. Because he knows he's drunk. He doesn't mean it, but at the same time, I know he means it. So just pull him to the side. And the other guys are just like, yeah, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And then when it gets physical and they actually see the girl or whatever, then it's like, well, shit, what do we got to lose? Since he opened this door, let me just step in and see what it looks like. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's just the way it goes down.
Yeah, and it's like, and then they were in like, it's almost like in their head, they were like, well, a fight's already going on. So yeah, it's, I mean, that's to me, okay. So I was listening to this joke, and I forget who said it. I want to say it was Michael Shea, but I don't think it was Michael Shea. And it was, I think he was talking about, I forget who it was, but they were talking about like, you know, if you had, damn it, I'm trying to think of what comedian it was, but he's saying that one time when he was younger, it was, fuck, I want to say it might have been Dave Chappelle. Someone, they were like, okay, you know, when they were younger, like they did when they were younger, they used to do comedy for drug dealers.
Dave Chappelle, because he had $20,000 on the train, right?
Yeah, and he was carrying it by himself.
Okay, yeah, I know you're going with this, but go ahead.
It's one of the scariest things ever. Like he's walking home, and like if any of these people knew he had $20,000 in his backpack, like he was done. That's kind of like what it's like to walk around with a vagina. Like you got this thing that all these people want, and it's just some heinous people out there.
Yeah, and it's all about timing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
and then that big shootout happens. And like, and I thought that was dope because like they're sitting there, and all of a sudden the sheriff was like, "Hey, why you circling? Why are you fucking circling around?"
Yeah.
Like he knew what was up.
You know, he's like, they're flaking me. Why are you guys flaking me?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. And which I thought was dope too because, okay, let's backtrack for a minute. Jeremy Renner actually finds the mountain lions.
Yeah.
But and I didn't quite catch it. Obviously, he saw a carcass sitting there. But saw a trail going back down to the
camp.
Yeah. And so what was the carcass?
I want to say I want to say that was the body of the boyfriend.
That's what I thought. But
So
then
I was trying to figure out what the other body was.
okay, same here, because I thought the other body was the boyfriend.
Yeah.
But then when I saw that, because when he saw whatever it was, he stopped like, okay, wait a minute, and looked at the trail, and I was like, okay, so they had to deliver that body up to the lion's nest, so they could eat it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he gets his whole sniper mode on and everything.
Yeah.
And I thought that was dope because he's like, obviously he could see, and he's like, tell her to get away from the door, and that's when they shot through it and everything. That's crazy as hell. But
yeah, but like, when it's scary when, like, especially as a cop, you're just knocking on the door like, hey, like, we're cops, right? We're here, FBI, blah blah, and dude just came out, just blasted through it. Like, that's guns blazing. Very real fucking, like, obviously,
yeah,
like, god damn.
With that, and honestly, out of all gunfights in movies, don't get me, my all-time favorite gunfight in a movie is
Unforgiven,
Tombstone.
Okay,
by the water, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But this was like more realistic because everybody died except for the girl, you know what I'm saying? And that's because she was vested up and everything. And even in her being shot, she still was trying to take out kneecaps and find cover, you know what I'm saying? And you got Jeremy Renner in the back picking them off, like, So I thought that to me was one of a more realistic gunfight scene in a movie.
Yeah,
because it wasn't no hero. Everybody was getting shot the fuck up.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
And then that's when he took him out to the top of the mountain.
Had him in a body bag.
Yep. And it was just like, give me the same, like, you just tell me what happened. Just tell me the truth, and I'll cut you loose. I'll let you go. So he told him, he goes, I'm going to give you the same chance you gave her. Just freeway 6 miles that way.
Yeah.
Bro.
He said, which way? You know what I'm saying? And he just let him walk barefoot. But because he said after a while, the cold air, and he took him to the top of the mountain.
Yeah.
But the air is extra thinner up there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He didn't get far at all.
Well, I remember it was saying, like, because I remember Jeremy Renner told Elizabeth Olsen's character about that whole, like, once you run a certain amount of time and shit like that, the fluid in your lungs and all that shit. And I think she looked at him like suspicious, like, huh, like, what are you talking about? But then when the other cop when the coroner told her that about the lungs and all this shit, and then she was like, okay, like okay, no, he knows what he's talking about.
Yeah.
That's, it's hard. I don't feel sorry for the dude, and like,
oh no, that's what I said. It's like killing somebody without killing them. It's like that's your body. Yeah. However, you didn't technically kill him because you gave him a chance to survive. You just knew they wasn't gonna make it.
Well, and that's one of those things where, like, well, that type of vigilante justice is like, I can't honestly think of one person in this world, unless they're like a stickler for the law. I can't think of one person who would look at that situation but like, yeah, he was wrong.
I
don't think he was wrong.
Not me either. Like, you've seen Dragon Ball Z,
All right, hold on.
Okay.
Oh, we talking about killing people in mountains, and then you're like, "Yo, you seen Dragon Ball Z?"
I'm about to take you somewhere.
Okay, hold
on. Difference between. Okay, you point a shot?
Point a shot, just cause.
Okay. Okay.
This is what we're gonna call this segment Chris Brown knowledge.
It ain't really knowledge, it's just I'm trying to point out the difference between Goku and Vegeta and why I like Vegeta better.
Okay, I've heard this argument a lot. So
okay,
I'm a Dragon Ball freak.
I know you got the fucking balls no homo in your background somewhere. There you go. See what I'm saying?
My Dragon Ballas. All right.
So okay. So reason why I brought a Dragon Ball Z is because Goku is more, I need to defend the earth. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna do everything right to make sure everybody's safe. Vegeta don't give a fuck. He's like, I want you to die. However, I want you to know why you're about to die. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I felt like the Jeremy Renner character came in, because it's like, I'm going to kill you, but I'm going to give you a speech about why I'm going to kill you, and then I'm gonna kill you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that's also what hurts Vegeta because he spends too much time fucking talking versus getting the job done. But everybody knows that he's the real killer over Goku. Everybody knows that. You know what I'm saying? It's just the difference is he kills for a different purpose than Goku, and that's why Goku's stronger because his purpose is more devious.
Yeah, I think Goku's stronger because he's more righteous.
Yeah,
but Vegeta is straight up killer.
If you would have put this in Dragon Ball Z terms, Vegeta would have probably did the same shit, and when dude chose to walk away, blast him in the back. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
I thought that was gonna happen.
That's what I thought.
I thought he was just gonna let him walk. Like, all right, right in the back of the head. But I thought and then once he let that happen with the lungs, I was like, oh, okay. And that's why they brought it up earlier in the movie and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So this movie, I didn't know, was written by Taylor Sheridan.
I don't know who that is.
Bruh, you need to look up Taylor. I think you will like his movies and his stuff. So Taylor Sheridan, you ever watched Sons of Anarchy?
Mm-hmm. I didn't watch it all, but I've watched 3 episodes.
I said Taylor Sheridan in the early seasons, he's the deputy sheriff. The one that, like, spoiler, in season like 2 or 3, he gets killed at the party. He gets run over. But he's that sheriff that they're all familiar with. That it's like he's coming down on them.
Yeah, I vaguely remember. I don't know what you're talking about, but I something my brain is clicking. But I got you.
But he wrote the movie Hell or High Water. He wrote this. He got the movie Yellowstone that's out now. He wrote that. Like he's dope.
Okay.
Yeah. But I thought that at the end of the movie they were gonna have him kill the fucking guy, but I think ending it that way with him just doing that with the lungs, I was like, all right, that's like poetic justice.
Yeah, for real. It's like I gave you a chance to survive.
Yeah.
But I knew he was gonna survive.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I need to go back and rewatch this movie just because there's a lot of really good quotes in this movie.
Oh, definitely. Like you said something about because the movie's placed in Wyoming for all the viewers and listeners watching, and he says something about all the billionaires bought up the millionaires, but they can be worth nothing when the coyotes eat the dogs, or something like that.
Yeah, he goes, all the millionaires. They're like, oh yeah, something. If you live like, you're gonna live in there with all the millionaires. He goes, no, well, all the he goes, all the millionaires are moving out because all the billionaires are taking over. Like, yeah, but when when the billionaires start moving out because all the coyotes are eating all their golden retrievers, you can get all that land for the pennies on the dollar.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah.
That
was cool. Like that makes me honestly, it makes me want to go visit Wyoming, like Jackson Hole. Because I want to say it wasn't after this movie, but after I was looking up Wyoming after I found out Kanye bought the ranch out in Wyoming. I started looking it up. I'm like, okay, Oprah's got a ranch out in Wyoming. Who's the black lady that has a talk show? She was on the radio. She looked like, I don't want to say she looks like a dude, but she kind of looks like
only Wendy Williams.
There you go.
Oh,
she's
that's fucked up.
No, I'm not saying it's not that she looks like a dude, but she's just like big.
Only I had to think about black people that want to have a TV show. And I was like, only Oprah and next up was Wendy. But we used to look. That's fucked up. Wendy, if you're watching, I apologize. We apologize.
Yeah, don't.
But you are 8 feet. No.
No, yeah, Wendy Williams. Like all these people have ranches out there. So I was like, oh, let me go on realtor.com and just look up what the real estate looks like in Wyoming. Bro, all the land out there. If you're looking for a house on sale in like Jackson Hole, Wyoming, they're like 23 million, like 40 million. I was like, holy shit. But yeah.
Why? Like, what's out there? I mean, I guess peace and quiet, but
peace and quiet, I guess beautiful nature. I mean, it makes you want to buy land in like Montana, but then you got to worry about the wolves and the bears and shit like that.
You ain't worried about that shit.
Yeah, you ain't worried about it till you see them. You're like, oh, you a lot bigger than I thought. Yo, here's some honey.
Look, hey, it might just work.
See them motherfuckers open your car door. You're like, okay, fuck this shit.
No, that's why you keep a double barrel shotgun on you.
Listen, I want to live in the
What? It's, oh, okay.
I want to live in the woods. I want to live by a lake in the woods, stuff like so. Like, obviously, that's something I'd probably have to contend with. But
Oh yeah. But see, that's the thing. Like even living out here where I live at, like my brothers and everything else, and I'm always like, look, I love it out here, but don't be stupid. There are rattlesnakes, there are copperheads, there are coyotes. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I do certain things for certain reasons.
bruh,
Because don't get me wrong, I got my dog, and she's a fighter. However,
bro, in my neighborhood, I take Ryu for a walk at night, and like you're walking, and I hear the pack of like coyote, and I know they're about 3 streets down, and I'm just I'm like, I gotta stop taking Ryu for a walk at 8:00 at night. I just gotta
yeah.
And just.
I mean, no disrespect, but you got that little dog.
Bro,
I mean, he'll definitely try to defend you because that's what dogs do. But both make 5'5" together.
But that's why I'm running up them rocky steps. Train that motherfucker. It'll be like Lil Mac from the Tyson video game.
Look, one of them comes gonna walk over with a pack of Red Hot. Talk about, I'll get me some chicken legs tonight, some hot wings.
Look at him like, where that Old Bay seasoning? We about to do something tonight.
For real. Oh man. But
I like this movie. I actually like this movie a lot. That's one of the reasons why I brought out the shot, because I actually really like this movie. Like,
no, it was definitely good. And that's what I was getting at a minute ago. I like the fact that anytime he got off his snowmobile to go track on foot,
he put the white on.
No, he did that to blend in, but he put his rifle on his back and carried his side piece.
Yeah,
because granted, I think it was a 357. Whatever it was, I know it was a small caliber gun. I know that for a fact. It was a revolver, but it'll buy you enough time because it's a handgun. You can shoot to get you enough space to get that shotgun out the back to do what you do. So I like the fact that they didn't try to make it look all big and badass. So he walks around with the shotgun like, yeah, I got the big gun. It was like, no, I'm tracking right now. This is even this is the primary gun. It's secondary when I'm on foot.
And,
you know what I'm saying? And
the other thing was when he was walking with the girl, he had it like across his elbows, and he's like, okay, like I'm not like holding it like this, but it's here. Like I know what I'm doing.
That's what he told us somebody first did him. He's like, hey, what's your rifle pointed? He said load. He said loaded or unloaded. It's always loaded. Remember that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was like, you know what? That's what's up. Yeah. That's the problem with the fucking people in the world today. They have no fucking gun training. You know what I'm saying?
All right. So if I want to defend my house, what gun do you think I should get? What gun do you think is good for defending your house? Not for taking on the purge.
For defending your house. Look, I'm a big stickler for a shotgun. I don't care who you are. I do that, and I'm an old school fan. Like the new shotguns, it's all good. That double barrel, that'll put a hole inside of a fucking excursion. Yeah. Yes, put them in it. I don't know something about it. This is gonna sound so crazy. It's so sexy. You pop it down, click, 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 click. Bro. Pick it up.
You know that you ever remember in The Bourne Identity where he's trying to like the dude is he's trying to get the dude in the woods because he's got his he takes the power out of the house.
Okay, this is
because they're like, oh yeah, because the kid go, hey, the dog's not here for breakfast, and like, oh, does he normally miss it? He goes, oh, he never misses it, and he's like, get in the basement now. He gets double barrel, and he's just like, going through.
Because something like the double, in my opinion, like I'm not a gun genius. I don't know about all guns, you know what I'm saying? But I just know it has like enough power to just put a fucking hole in, like I said, the side of a fucking car. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Depends on the distance you are and everything and the type of shot you have. But I mean, okay, everybody wants these AR-15s and AKs and everything else. Okay, that's all good. And that's if you try, but if you in some defending your house, if somebody's at your doorstep, they're already too close.
Yeah.
Blast their fucking head off.
All right, but what if I got a 22? 22 or a 9? Obviously, they're not that strong.
They're not that strong, but 22s can do more damage because they bounce around inside the body.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's not going to do, but it's not going to like, so my theory, my worry is, okay, I got a shotgun and I go to shoot this motherfucker and I miss. Now I can't hear shit. Because you ain't out there putting earplugs in about to go attack. So at least with a 22, like I contend that if you have a good BB gun, you could at least defend your house.
You know what? I actually had a conversation with my brother about that because a BB gun will stop a person if you hit him in the right spot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Might even kill him.
Yeah.
And if you're not really trying to aim to kill somebody, that's what you want to do.
Yeah. I'm just trying to make sure. I'm just trying to make sure someone thinks twice.
And I'll put it to you like this. If you know you're about to pull that trigger, you know it's about to be loud. So you kind of like gear yourself up to be deaf for like 3 seconds. I'm just saying.
Yeah, no, I get that.
You know what I'm saying? Because you're the one pulling the trigger, so you know what's about to happen.
Yeah, but that's when like, you know, you sitting there just like.
Well, that's not a fear. You know what I'm saying?
That's for people that buy a gun to protect but have never shot it.
Yeah.
That's why I need to go shoot. That's why we need to go shoot.
Hey, shit, we can.
I want to go shoot some guns and some bow and arrows.
That's what I want to do. Bow and arrows. That's one thing I've never done.
You're gonna be like Akeem in Robin Hood. You know, I choose Dad.
I'm gonna be Legolas in Lord of the Rings.
Right, you about to be Legolas if like Tyler Perry made Lord of the Rings.
Oh shit! Oh man, I need some extensions. I'm gonna be the hood Legolas. I need some braids.
No, speaking of, okay, so I want to say it's on HBO Max right now. It's the Robin Hood, the movie. It's got Taron Egerton playing Robin Hood.
Yeah. With Jamie Foxx.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Have you seen that yet?
I did. I seen it on a plane flying to or from Germany.
Bro, the first 10-15 minutes, I want to see that movie. I care less about the rest. When they're running through the fucking house like a fucking SWAT team, but they got bow and arrows and shit.
Yeah.
I was like, I want to see that shit. That shit it looked like fucking Call of Duty, but with fucking
more arrows. Yeah.
That shit was sick. Yeah, I want to see Black Hawk Down, but in mid. Let me wash this out.
Oh God, I'm taking my shot. Did you take yours already? Or is this another one?
Yeah, but I got a little more left.
No, I mean I might have poured the second one. Now you're paying attention.
I got a little more. Let me.
No, this is my one day to drink. I'm trying to.
It's today and normally today and like Friday. It's gonna be my day.
Pretty much.
Well, this week it might be Saturday. I mean Thursday.
What's happening Thursday? Oh, you turned the bottle up. Okay.
Well, because all I had a little bit left.
Well,
I've been working off this blind squirrel for about 8 months.
No, I'm gonna say you've had it for a while.
So, it's time
and look, I got this, and I got 2 more full bottles under the cabinet.
Bro, you got problems.
I know, but my problems love me, and I love them back.
So this Thursday, the reason why I might drink this Thursday is because Dr. Strange. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I can't wait.
Forgot about it for half a second.
Bro, I've been waiting on it. I got tickets already. 3:45 in the afternoon on Thursday.
Oh shit, that's early.
Yeah, because I couldn't find a good one later in the day. Like,
well, no, I'm not saying that. Like for you, I'm just saying in general. Most movies, when they do a Thursday showing, is at midnight, not during the day.
Well, they had like a 3:45, 6, 8 o'clock and shit like that. And like, I normally like to do the 6 or 8, but they were all like the only opening seats they had left were all the fucking handicap ones. So that was the only one where we can get good, nice seats. So that's what we're gonna do.
Okay.
And you got to get there for the trailer. Avatar 2, Way of the Water.
I'm probably, like I said, if I know for a fact I ain't going Friday or Saturday. I'm gonna probably go mid-Sunday, just because I know I can get there and enjoy the movie.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You taking John with you?
Most likely.
Sounds good. But yeah. So watch Wind River. It's actually it's a very good, and it's not one of those movies where the tension builds up. And then they got to do some funny shit to try to relax it. It's a drama.
Matter of fact, they said the movie is based on true events.
Well, I think because there's a lot of those things happen on reservations and they don't get talked about. I've heard about that a lot. Like, because I listened to Crime Junkies podcast, and they say like the discrepancy with like crimes for like indigenous women and things like that. Like it just doesn't get reported. So it's hard. It's real hard. In fact, I gotta listen to that more. I haven't listened to Crime Junkies in a while. All right. So that's Wind River. Go see it. It's on Netflix.
Indeed.
Yeah. So
and
that's
it's a good movie for an evening.
it,
You know
it
what I'm
is.
saying?
And if you're looking for a nice adult drama,
Mm-hmm.
it's definitely worth checking out.
Oh yeah, because it does get a little graphic for like 3 minutes of the movie.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I mean, between that and the subject matter, it's because I don't want to say it's relentless, but it doesn't sugarcoat the shit that happens.
Yeah.
So
if you got kids, there's like the whole, because
that ain't really Hawkeye and fucking Scarlet Witch.
Nah, yeah. Like, because even John had to give a walk outside. He said it's kind of brutal right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's but the whole movie isn't brutal.
Yeah.
It's just that one part.
Well, yeah, the parts that need to be are because
they don't
have a point.
Yeah, they don't sugarcoat what the point they're trying to make. They let you know this is the point. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. All right. So that's Wind River. So that's my choice. But Senor Chris Brown picked his at the beginning of this podcast on the other clip that we got to edit in because technology.
Yeah, you know. And as always in Chris Brown fashion, the very last second.
I'm gonna take this last shot in order, in lieu of your choice.
Wait, let me join you.
Face.
I'm about to join you. I had to look at my cup; it was empty.
You look like part of the Junkyard Gang.
Who?
Fat Albert and the Junkyard.
Oh shit!
That's for you young kids won't know about that. That's when cartoons were dope.
That's when cartoons were still cartoons. Everything's computer graphic, the CGI now.
Bro, I was watching Bobby's World.
Ain't computer graphic CGI?
Yes.
I had to catch myself before you said something.
I wasn't even paying it. I was just thinking about Bobby's World.
Oh, okay. He was the original football head before Hey Arnold.
Bro, yeah, he had the big ass head and the big ass feet.
Yeah, on that fucking big wheel.
Mm-hmm. All right. Now I said no. So when I was in Lake George with my family, we were watching Netflix, and my dad was like, "Hey, put on Dennis the Menace." And we watched a Dennis the Menace movie. You ever seen Dennis the Menace movie?
Hold on, the what Christopher Lloyd as the villain?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
So it's on Netflix, right?
Okay.
So we watch it. Bro,
that's a classic right there. But go ahead.
Bro, me and my dad were fucking crying. Like not drinking. We weren't drinking at that. We were just. It was fucking hilarious. Like
really,
bro. When Mr. Wilson is trying to figure out where the paint came from, bro. When he goes to eat the fucking the steak, and he's just like, tastes funny. Tastes like paint.
I gotta watch it again because I remember certain parts of the movie, but
bro,
I remember.
Me and my dad were fucking crying just because the dude Walter Matthau, the dude that plays Mr. Wilson, so fucking good, and just his faces. It was just like, oh my god, we were fucking laughing our ass off.
That's crazy. See, that's some old school good movies. Dennis the Menace, Sandlot,
Goonies.
But yeah, classics.
Do you have a favorite? Because they don't make family movies like that no more. They just don't. Like, I think the last one, and I know the movie gets a lot of hate because they say it's not that good, but to me, the last family movie like that is Grown Ups by Adam Sandler. But like, do you have a favorite like family comedy?
A favorite family? Oh yeah, yes indeed. Cheers.
Cheers.
There we go.
Sasuke. Yeah, what's your favorite family comedy? Or just a good family comedy that you like? Here, I thought I was going to drink too many cans of Blake's Hard Cider, and that was like my third or fourth shot.
Hey, that's actually pretty good because your eyes ain't droopy yet. Family comedy.
Yeah. What's a classic? Not necessarily your favorite. What's a classic that's like a go-to for you?
Well, I'm trying to think as a classic. Okay, you know what? For some reason, this is my family's favorite movie. Like, I think subliminally, Muppet Treasure Island.
Okay.
That's always a go-to, no matter what. Like, yeah, we all know the movie, like front to back, the characters, whatever. So Muppet Treasure Island, I'll probably have to be like our probably family favorite movie, comedy. You know what I'm saying?
After we do your choice, for this week, let's do another one of those movies that you've seen that I haven't seen, and then movies I've seen that you haven't seen.
Okay. So you never seen Muppet Treasure Island?
I feel like I have.
Okay.
But I'm just saying, like,
yeah, just in general.
Let's do one of those. Yeah.
Gotcha.
No, like, so yeah, speaking of like Muppets, have you ever seen the Happy Time Murders?
Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah.
I don't know why that didn't get as much love as it should have in theaters.
Me either, because the shit was fucking funny. Adult funny, but the like I was not expecting half the shit that happened in there.
But even in the beginning, when the Muppet's trying to get on the taxi, and the guy goes, "Hey, out of the way, Muppet," and he gets in the taxi and takes off, he just goes, "Fuck you."
My part is the fucking rabbit dropping the eggs in the fucking movie store in a trench coat. Oh man.
When he pulled the curtain back and they had the octopus and the cow, and he was like, "Oh yeah,
oh yeah." Oh man, you know what? You so good. You know what? You are right, because I don't know, because I watched it just like off of shits and giggles, and now I was like, "Yo, this actually was a dope ass movie." You know what I'm saying?
I saw it in theaters, and I was like leaning over on the other chair and laughing my ass off. And like, there's very few movies that's happened in the theaters. Fucking Borat, Jackass, like that, Hangover, yeah. There's like very few movies where I was in theaters, just like, you know, the bubbles was coming up because I was laughing so much.
Gotcha.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So yeah. Okay. After this week, we'll do that one. All right. So,
ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt this regular scheduled program to bring you news from the motherland.
What the? What did you say? Program?
Hey, program. Yeah, I just woke up. I was drinking earlier too, but I'm not driving. So,
well, okay. So why were you drinking? And why are we dressed the way we dressed? Why are we moving right now? Because we're in a car. We're obviously in a car.
If you want to make it known to the people, use your accent. What are we going to do on this Saturday night here in Springfield, Massachusetts?
This Saturday, we are going to see Black Panther, Wakanda Forever.
Yes, indeed. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are here.
It's just like old times.
Yes.
Just like old times. We headed to the Cinemark in West Springfield. It ain't Showcase Cinemas no more. It's Cinemark. We're heading to West Springfield to catch this movie. Now, what are you expecting to see out of this movie?
A lot of blackness. I'm just saying.
It's like
a whole lot of action.
It's like if Marvel made Do the Right Thing.
Spike Lee probably got something in this. You never know.
I'm expecting to see a tribute to Chadwick Boseman. Like, I feel like this movie is going to be, you know, just a love letter to him.
Indeed. I feel like I want to see a good homage to him. A great movie, and I can't wait to see who the new Black Panther and villain are. So, Saturday night, 413. After we just got to run the Spartan race in Boston at Fenway. First time being there. Thank you. It was amazing.
It's been a good day. It's been a great time to be home. The weather's perfect. You know, we got hoodies on, and it's just it's nice to do this again. So, after this movie, you know, our next episode is going to be Black Panther, Wakanda Forever.
Yes, indeed.
So go watch it, because, you know, then you got to come listen.
And with that being said, Wakanda Forever.
We now return you to our regularly scheduled program.
I didn't have time to read shit. I just picked it.
I like Ricky Gervais because he does like a lot of like obscene comedy. I like him. He likes to offend people. So, and Eric Bana, I was just watching Funny People the other day, and like I like him in Funny People. Have you watched that yet?
I don't think I've heard of that movie.
Well, so I told you to watch that, and I told you to watch The Secret Life of Walter Mitty. I know you watched Walter Mitty.
I watched Walter Mitty, yeah.
Yeah, watch that one too.
Okay.
Yeah, that one's dope because it's like it's Adam Sandler playing like a more serious role.
Okay.
Which is crazy. You know who Judd Apatow is, right?
Maybe by face.
Well, no, Judd Apatow is like the director. He made like 40-Year-Old Virgin and what's that movie with Seth Rogen where they were in high school, or Jonah Hill when they were in high school?
Super bad.
Super bad. And like all those movies, like he's the guy that either produced or directed all those. He's the one that directed this Funny People, but like it starts from the fact that when he was younger, trying to make it as a stand-up comedian in LA, him and Adam Sandler used to be roommates in a house together.
Oh, snap.
That's how they know each other and shit like that.
You
know, Adam Sandler's from New Hampshire?
I thought it was from New York.
No, Manchester, New Hampshire.
Holy shit. You know why I thought he was from New York?
Why?
Because he always reps Boston, but he always says New York phrases.
Yeah.
In his movies. So I honestly thought he was from New York, but I honestly thought he's a New Yorker, but a Boston fan. Yeah. I've always thought that.
No, he's from New Hampshire. So if you watch a lot of his movies, he always like, especially Grown Ups. If you watch Grown Ups, he has like University of like Southern New Hampshire, UMass. Like he has a lot of New England shit, which is dope.
Okay.
Yep. All right. So special correspondent. Now, what was it about the cover that made you pick this movie, other than you just picked it on a whim?
Because
what'd you look up to find it?
Because when we were sitting there talking and I was telling you I couldn't hear you and I was trying to figure out the speaker, I went and typed in speaker.
So I don't remember you saying you couldn't hear me and you typed in speaker.
No, because when we first got started and I was like, you sound low. And you was like, no, I didn't do anything. And I said, maybe it's not speaker or something. I don't know. And then I turned on my volume and said, no, okay, cool. I just had to hear you in here. But everything on my vitals and everything looked fine.
Yeah.
So now it's like I got everything, but I don't have a movie. And I remember last thing I said was speaker. So I just went and typed in speaker. And I guess the SPE came up with special correspondence.
All right. Special correspondence. What are you expecting with a name like special correspondent? Okay. So was there something about the cover that made you go, okay, let me check this out?
I think it's a Netflix original.
Okay.
And I'm not too familiar with, excuse me. I know Gervais, whatever. I know he's a comedian. And I'm not I know Eric Bana has played different characters.
Yeah.
And I just figured, you know what? It's like the third movie that popped up. And I know these are two well-known actors, so fuck it.
How do you not know who Eric Bana is?
No, I know who he is. He doesn't have like one catalog of movie. Because he was Hector in Troy. He was the Incredible Hulk. You know what I'm saying?
I was about to say, if you don't point out that motherfucker's picture is right behind you, I was about to reach through this hand and just choke the fuck out of you.
But no, what I'm saying, he doesn't have like one catalog. Like, Gervais is a comedian. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so Eric Bana doesn't have that like character that he's known for.
Yeah.
Like fucking Orlando Bloom is always gonna be Legolas. Shit like that. Or fucking Will Turner, whichever one you like. But
yeah, you know what, you got a point. Yeah. Like Pacino's always Scarface. It is what it is. Yeah. So when I saw that, it came up, and I was just like, okay, cool, this might work. And it looked fairly new, which I really don't know. I didn't check anything. I just literally looked at it and said, "This is the movie," and kept it rolling. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So when you quickly showed it up, it looks like a goofy buddy cop comedy, kind of like Beverly Hills Cop, Another 48 Hours.
That's what I was thinking. Because looking at the cover, it looks like it's based out of somewhere in New York because there's buildings and everywhere. Oh, matter of fact, it says right on here, New York Times.
Okay.
And okay. Well, this is another thing on the cover. It has both their pictures saying missing in Ecuador.
Okay.
This is off the cover now. Now that I'm actually paying attention to it.
Yeah. Okay. No, that's good. That's good. That's like, okay. So because that's the kind of information you get. You're like, okay, like so.
Oh, and the little words on the side says it's fake news, but a real disaster.
All right. Okay. So a special correspondent sounds like not necessarily a cop, but like a reporter.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. And it says fake news, but real disaster.
All right.
So okay, I think we got a comedy on our hands.
Yeah, that sounds good. I mean, I could judge by their faces and who they are. Like, okay, it's probably gonna be a comedy.
Yeah.
All right. No, that sounds interesting.
Okay.
I'm game for that.
And it says here only on Netflix on April 29th. So I'm guessing it just came out a couple of days ago.
Yeah.
So I guess we got a new one. Who knows?
Do you have a favorite buddy comedy?
Buddy comedy?
Yeah, buddy comedy is like
we talked about this. Rush Hour.
yeah, I get it. Yeah.
Oh, no, that was a buddy cop movie. It was still comedy, but
Yeah.
because I remember you asked me the question before. A buddy comedy?
Yeah, buddy comedy. Like, I want to say Super Bad might be up there.
Yeah, this ain't even a comedy. It's just funny as fuck. And then even the buddy movie is just like, I'm thinking too much into the shit right now. Hateful Eight or Django.
Django could be a buddy comedy.
I say it's a buddy comedy because I know all the actors know each other and they're cool, but it ain't a buddy comedy. It's just funny as fuck.
I mean, if you look at it and you're like, oh shit, like if you don't take it seriously,
yeah,
it could be a buddy comedy.
He said, "Are you positive?" I'm positive he did. Oh man.
I was watching this comedian. He was talking about that, like how DiCaprio, that motherfucker, he said the N-word straight through in front of Samuel L. Jackson, and he started going off all this shit, like he did this and this, and then he gets done, and he goes, and that's the same motherfucker from Titanic.
Oh man. Look, I know. I mean, shit. Fuck, are we talking? I know the Oscars are who they are, but that's one movie where DiCaprio, Fox, Jackson all should have had an Oscar for that because they played them roles so well. You know what I'm saying?
You do. Okay, so was there a role where you're like, that dude should have won an Oscar, but didn't win one? You all right? You got people just get you got the Purge happening, strangers fucking
get the fuck out of here. All right, okay. What you want to do? Nah, I think it was the dog.
Dangerous jacket on, put the gun, but like,
hey, here we go. Let's get it cracking. Take the shot of whiskey to the head. We're gonna do this.
You know, the day you turn on your camera and the Jack Daniels jacket isn't there, I'm gonna be, because you used to have the Patriots jersey.
I put that up because that's where we're from. Yep. But I don't think this is ever gonna go anywhere.
Well, I told you next time I'm at your place, we're gonna set you up nice. So, spend a little money, set you up nice, put some shelves there so you can just add and replace. Like, you don't see this. See this right there?
I actually did see that. I was gonna ask you about that.
Let me show you this, because this is pretty exciting. Can you read that?
089. I see that. 2021. I see the Patriots logo.
Contains FCC, blah, 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 all these different numbers.
FCC, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. National Football League. This right here is an unused Patriots game ball. And a friend of mine who gave me this works for the Patriots. He says, I tried to get it signed by Mac Jones, but he couldn't get it. But I was like, it's okay. I'm going to take it around and I'm going to get it signed.
Fuck Matt Jones. Say that Tom Brady signed it.
Listen.
Look, on the real, Tom Brady's always going to be a Patriot.
Yeah.
He's always going to be a Patriot. It is what it is.
First of all, I'm going to let the world know right now. This is an unused Patriots game ball. I've had this for a couple weeks now, and this motherfucker is not deflated. All right? Pieces of shit.
They just haters.
Yep.
Y'all only hate Tom Brady because he wasn't on y'all team. That's all it is.
Exactly. Yeah. So
that's what's up though, man. That's dope as hell.
Yeah, he was at a show recently and he was like, "Hey, I got a present for you." So brought it for me.
That's what's up. Look, man.
Patriots.
Yeah, shit. I said I ain't knocking it.
That's what we do. Yeah. So okay. So special correspondent. That's what's coming.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. Watch it and make it happen.
Mm-hmm.
And surprisingly, I thought I would drink a whole lot more and I'd be a whole lot drunker right now, but I'm really, really not.
So I drank more than I thought because I didn't really think I was going to drink that many shots. I'm probably a little more talkative than normal, but I don't feel drunk. I don't feel like drowsy or nothing.
Is eating salad the cure to keeping alcohol balanced?
I don't know if it's eating salad, but maybe
I'm joking.
Maybe it's if we're healthy over here, it takes longer for it to impact over here. So
interesting.
Maybe
we should
start. I done had a big ass salad with some some whitefish earlier today.
Look, that should look good too.
Whitefish. Yeah.
Whitefish.
Whitefish.
Kevin. No.
You know what's funny?
Oh.
Okay, so this fucks me. You seen Toy Story, right?
Yeah, of course.
All right. So every time we do this podcast, I bump into this shelf, all this stuff. And then I come the next day, and these motherfuckers are always in some kind of different position because I keep bumping into this thing.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like they like have conversations in the middle of the night, and then I catch, and then they're in like a different position next time I see them. It fucks with me all the time.
Well, okay. Well, I see how they are right now. I guess let's see what happens.
Yeah. Well, earlier today, I had to adjust them because earlier today, like Ludacris was like over here, and fucking Pac was like up front, and I was like, dude, like, what are they talking about?
They did Ludacris so dirty because that did not look like Luda.
I know. That shit look like
fucking Beanie Man. Ludacris is one of my favorite rappers. Hey, if you're watching this, Ludacris, I've been saying this for years. You are so underrated. I feel like you can only one that can go toe to toe with Busta Rhymes in the verses. My opinion, but I'll leave it at that.
But Southern Hospitality is probably one of the best like down south albums I've ever heard. Look,
that shit. My favorite song from Luda, just because of the way he flows, is Southern Fried Intro. That whole, even it's only like a minute long, just the whole beat, his flow, everything. It's just like shit. Like, yeah. Luda, you're underrated, and I know it. But keep doing what you do.
Yeah. I need to get some more. I need to inject a little whiteness into this. I need to get an Eminem one. Hey, it's Eminem.
I mean, I'm not knocking it, just the way you said it. So whiteness.
Whiteness.
No, give Vanilla Ice. He was the original.
No,
man. I'm joking. That's a big joke.
Here's the thing. Actually, I liked Vanilla Ice.
He had one song, Ice Baby.
Yeah, but he was also Ninja Turtles. So, like, people hate on Vanilla Ice, but like,
Bobby Brown was in Ghostbusters.
What's up?
Bobby Brown was in Ghostbusters.
I like Bobby Brown, and he's from Boston.
Yeah, very true.
Yeah, I mean, granted, he a crackhead, but he's from Boston. He got that crackhead, the crackhead jaw. You know, just
yeah.
Look like they always chewing off fucking Skittles.
It's fucking terrible. Oh God.
Real fuck.
He got Jack Black's fucking Tropic Thunder. Yeah.
No, it's my my jelly beans.
Oh man.
All right. So okay, next week, movie special
correspondence.
Where can we go? Find it?
On Netflix. And I believe it's a Netflix original. According to what I just read, it just started airing like a couple days ago. So shit, I guess we got a new movie. You know what I'm saying?
All right, fuck it. Let's do it.
All
right, man. So this is Sarath and Chris's Movie Therapy Podcast. We out. You'll actually get these episodes soon. All right, we out. Peace.
Yes, indeed.